Thank you, Mark. Good evening, everyone. I'm Andy Vesey. I'm the President and CEO of the Pacific Gas and Electric Utility. That means I have oversight for all of our utility operations. Let me start with the gratitude for the first responders fighting the Kincaid fire. It is a volatile situation. I spent my day touring around Sonoma County. I actually visited with our incident command at Rohnert Park that is supporting CAL FIRE in meeting the challenges presented by the Kincaid fire. We're working closely. We are working at their direction. And I will tell you that what I saw today left me very satisfied with the work that PG&E people are doing in support of the first responders on the Kincaid fire. I think what's important to note is that this is about all of us. I keep saying that, but this is about a sense of community, about neighbors, about our friends. When you think about the PG&E workforce, those are people who live in your communities. They are your friends. They are your neighbors. They are part of this. They feel it personally, and they take personal responsibility to ensure that they are doing everything they can to make sure that you remain safe as well. But there are obligations on all of us. I also had the opportunity today to visit our CRCs up in Marin and Sonoma County. I would recommend that if you need your phones charged, if you need to find relief or comfort, and if you are impacted by the PSPS, please seek out those centers. Their locations are listed on our website, pg&e.com, pg.com. Okay. And the reason I say that is because, as you heard in the weather, we're coming up to another event which might be on the heels of this one, very close, with its emergence during the morning hours of Tuesday. As we said before, and we continue to stand to, it is our objective to restore every customer that's impacted by a PSPS as quickly as we can, as safely as we can. And we always want to do that before they experience another event. This one's going to be tight. We have over 600,000 accounts that we'll have to notify if they're going to be within scope. And you know that we do notify 48 hours out, 24 hours out, 4 hours out, right up to the event. And while that could change, there is a concern that we may have customers who are impacted by this event who may not have normal communications available to them. They may not have the radio, they may not have the television, they may have let their devices lose charge in expectation that they soon would have their power back. What I urge is I urge all of you to ensure you are prepared for the fact that your power may not come back. And saying that, please make sure your devices are charged. If you can't do that in a place that has power, at a friends or relatives or at a community that still has lights, please go to the CRCs and charge your devices. It's imperative that we're able to communicate with you during these type of events, and we ask that you do that because preparedness is everything. We all have to be prepared for these events, and your ability to manage through these events without great trauma is based on preparedness. And we will do what we can to assist, and we ask that you do things that you need to do to make sure that you're capable of managing without power should not come back on. Now, when I was at the CRCs, I did talk to customers, and you're right, what we do is not popular. I will not tell you that people congratulated us. People were angry. But I talked to them not to hear from them how good a job we were doing, but I talked with them to find out what more we can do. What are the issues that they're facing, how we can help. And we had those conversations. And I came back with ideas, and we will start to implement some of those. And I'm not going to talk about what they are per se, because I want to make sure that we get them out and done. But this network of CRCs is a valuable thing, and I hope you take advantage of them. One of the questions that came up was always the question of the scale and scope. Do we have to do it so broadly? Why do certain communities have lights and others don't? And we try to explain that, as we've said here before, we bring engineering and analytics to this question. We look at years and years of meteorological data, years and years of outage data. And in
You are
doing
watching
that,
PG&E's
we look
live
for the
press
highest
briefing
risk.
from their San Francisco headquarters. The briefing began with a recap of the overnight windstorm and verified that this past 24 hours did see the strongest offshore wind event recorded since the wine country wildfires of October 2017. Tonight, PG&E is looking at 31,000 miles of their transmission lines, and they're expecting to find a lot of damage to what they call their assets out there.
And when wind conditions warrant, when the lines are given the all clear, they'll issue the clear to begin restoring power. It's a process that has already started near Reading. Tomorrow morning, the all clear should be issued for the Bay Area early Monday morning. Now, the unfortunate news, another wind event, not as strong as the one we just had, is forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. So PG&E says they will reevaluate that one with respect to another round of shutoffs. And after Wednesday, it looks like things will calm down.
But for now, 965,000 customers have been affected by the shutoff that began yesterday. Another 100,000 customers have had power shut off since then because of damage specifically from the high winds, and PG&E crews are out trying to fix those problems that led to those power cuts. The all clears for all the remaining zones will happen between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. tomorrow. It's still going to take a while once the all clears are issued before power does get restored.
So looking ahead again to Tuesday and Wednesday and the next event, they don't anticipate outages that are wide-ranging as the ones that we are experiencing now. So that's pretty much it. Another night without power for 1 million PG&E customers, with restoration expected tomorrow.
We'll have tips on how to get through these public safety power shutoffs. Just go to our website, KPIX.com, and look for the PSPS Survival Guide.
And coming up, we'll